Hey everyone, Jim Chester live here. I'm at the world-renowned Gonstead Clinic here in Mount Horeb, Wisconsin. I have Dr. Gebhard Sproll. He's all the way up here from Mexico City. So we're going to talk a little bit about global influence of chiropractic and why Gonstead. So welcome on to the show. And what first brought you on to come up to the Gonstead Clinic?
Well, I came up here because I'm 18 years in practice. I'm a second generation. My father is also a chiropractor, and he learned also from Dr. Gonstead, and that's why I'm coming up here for this seminar. It is my first GMI, Gonstead Clinical Society seminar also. I usually go to the other Gonstead seminars with Dr. John Cox.
Okay. So what was it like for you to come up here and to see everything that's happening?
It was great. It was an awesome weekend. I learned a lot. Once again, it was also a refreshment. And meeting the new group from that I didn't know, it was great for me.
So I didn't ask you this, but had you ever been to this clinic before?
I've been here. Most of my seminars are here that I took for Gonstead.
Okay.
And we have taken the seminars over there in Mexico also.
Great. So let's talk a little bit about global. I know that you are down in Mexico City. What is it like to be a chiropractor down in Mexico?
We're still growing in Mexico. I was also responsible to start the program in 2001. So we're still growing over there in Mexico.
So what does the future look like for the Mexican chiropractic group?
It looks great, but we have to work a lot, and I'm seeing also the young doctors that we are graduating over there in Mexico. Some of them are also interested in having settled down properly chiropractic.
And I know I ask a lot of the docs that are here, what is it for you to see everybody training and learning the Gonstead method?
Well, you have to master it, so you have to learn it every single day and practice and practice. Yeah.
So who's helping you down in Mexico with the initiative of getting chiropractic more mainstream?
Oh, well, we have two associations. As you were mentioning before, we have also another great Mexican chiropractor, Aram, and his group with FCOB. So we have two main associations, is the Federación Mexicana de Quiropráctica Mexicana and also the Colegio de Profesionistas Científico Quiroprácticos de Mexico. That organization, the last one, is important to get settled down, and it was the most important group to put the program in Mexico. But we have to work with the authorities to have more recognition and obviously law settled down in Mexico.
So I know Liam Schubel is a pretty big deal. And what does it mean to have Liam Schubel as the president of the IFCO?
It's great because obviously our students are also involved in not only knowing one type of chiropractic, but seeing the whole thing about what is chiropractic.
Yeah, I think anybody out there that's watching, it's so important to see the influence of what we're doing globally for the chiropractic profession, but also seeing what's happening with the IFCO and the leadership and what it means to bring chiropractic global. And I think that that's something that we need to actually come together more as brothers and sisters of chiropractic.
Exactly. I have a saying, and I learned from one of the greatest chiropractors, Dr. Luis Portelli. I like that statement. He said, unity is possible without uniformity. So it's time to gather and leave alone the difference we have, because it's chiropractic. It's not individually stuff.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And I just wanted to ask you, being a Gonstead practitioner, how long did it take for you to become proficient in the technique?
Oh, it takes time. At least 20, 25. Once again, I'm 18 years in practice. I'll learn a lot this year, this seminar.
Yeah, honestly, I think that people don't realize that it's a lifetime. And, just when you think you know everything, you learn more. And just when you think you've learned the next thing, there's always more to learn by watching what's happened with the future generation, right?
Yes, and we have to keep the legacy, so we have to teach them also properly, so it's maintained for the Gonstead technique.
So quickly, can you explain to everybody out there? I know we might have some Spanish-speaking people. Can you explain vertebral subluxation and the chiropractic method to them?
In Spanish
No,
or
Spanish, man. It's your language.
Yes, la subluxación vertebral es la causa principal y lo que ajustamos los quiroprácticos. La subluxación vertebral es una vértebra que está mal posicionada y está inflamando el nervio y por eso está provocando un dolor. Y por tal, la quiropráctica es una opción para ver si todos obviamente se benefician de un ajuste quiropráctico. Pero primero tenemos que examinar correctamente, determinar, pero todos nos beneficiamos de la quiropráctica.
Thank you. And last thing is there anything I didn't ask you that you'd like to share with our global audience today?
Well, we have to still work together and share what we know for future generations. And thank you, Jim, for doing what you are doing.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And for anybody that doesn't know Gebhard, he is instrumental on making sure that people understand chiropractic down in Mexico and being a leader for the profession. 18 years in practice. I didn't expect to see him. It was quite an honor to run into Gebhard down there. I was eating a slice of pizza, and he's like, who are you? And I was like, oh, it's Jim. And he's like, no. Who are you? I'm like, Jim Chester. And then he was honorable enough to introduce himself. And I said, we have to get an interview for the future of chiropractic so people know what's going on here in Mount Horeb and what people know what's going on with chiropractic. So, Gebhard, thank you so much.
Thank you, Jim. It was a pleasure to meet you finally in person.
Yeah, it was an honor to meet you too. So everybody out there, if I've heard anything in the chiropractic world, it's just keep telling the story. You're one story away and keep hustling. Thank you for being with us today.